about this signing and this announcement of Canelo Alvarez going back to the PBC for a three-fight deal. More than likely, an option for a four-fight because that's pretty much the deal that Manny Pacquiao had. He signed a three-fight deal and an option for a four-fight, and he didn't exercise that option for a fourth fight. So you are hearing about Canelo facing Jamal Charlo September the 16th. Now the location hasn't been determined. You've been hearing all kind of possible locations from somewhere in Texas to Los Angeles to you're hearing Madison Square Garden, you're hearing the Barclays Center. You know, the PBC don't really have no deal with Madison Square Garden, even though Canelo has fought at Madison Square Garden before. But the PBC, to my knowledge, hasn't really hosted Madison Square Garden, been under the PBC banner. So, but anything could happen. It's the first time for everything. But with that being said, I think Canelo now, based on I'm gonna say this, and I know I'm gonna ruffle some feathers, but at the end of the day, ask me, do I give a damn? You know, he is a good insurance policy and a backup plan just in case Errol Spence loses to Terrence Crawford. So now it's no harm, no foul. Basically, they can, just put emphasis on Canelo, and they've always wanted Canelo to begin with. And now they have him committed for 3 fights. So at the end of the day, Canelo is going to be a priority, whether people like it or not. But we all know that these fake pro-black content creators ain't going to call the PBC out, because I can tell you right now, Canelo is going to fight who Canelo wants to fight. It's some options out there. Dimitri Andrade, like I said, David Morale, David Benavidez, but you have to wonder what is the overall plan. I do think that they're going to put Canelo in some fights that they think is winnable. Canelo has vowed never to fight Demetrius Andrade, and I think that he's going to stick to it because basically Andrade has a style that isn't suitable for Canelo's style, and it'll make for a bad fight. And it is what it is. So I'm just like really paying attention to what's going to happen over the next few months, post Spence versus Crawford, see what happens, and then what happens after Canelo versus Charlo. But I think things are about to get very interesting, and like I said before, so now Al doesn't have to scramble in case Errol Spence loses to Terrence Crawford. So keep in mind, that's what this stuff is really all about. So now that you got the so-called cash cow, well, like I said before, if Terrence Crawford wins, then you still have Terrence Crawford committed to at least another fight. And then you have the option of figuring out what you want to do with Terrence Crawford. So to be honest with you, the PBC and Al Heyman is in a pretty damn good position right now with the signing of Canelo. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, this is your boy Town. I got to get back to work. We'll talk about it later on.